Assalamualaikum. So today we're going to present about our mini project 10 and 11. So here to start for the mini project 10, which is port scanner dot py. And here to explain the code, firstly here we have to import the socket, import errno from datetime, import datetime, which we need to use this import to use the library of the socket erno datetime and all. And then here you can see we didn't need to use our server host server port because we need to enter it for ourselves. And here first thing we need to print out the text which is welcome to the port scanner. And then here we need the user to input the IP address or the domain name of the host and put it inside the server host. And then print out the text which says enter a range of port numbers. And then here we need to have the start port and end port because uh, we need to start from the certain number of port and end to the number of port. So start here, we need to use the start port equal to int because we need the data in the integer data type. And then we need to input it inside the start port, which is enter start port, and put it inside the start port. And then for the end port, we do the same but enter for the end port. Moving on to the next.
So next is line 12. That is we want to print scanning port at server host. So this is just print scan at server host. So we want to scan at www.example.com. So server host is a bit wrong there. www.example.com. Okay. So next, this is S time. There is date time now. There is to capture current time. So we can put it S time to date time now. So if we capture the current time, so we can see date time 24/12/2021, 17:38, 32, 17:38 o'clock. So next, we moving to the for loop in there. So for this for loop, we do for server port in range start port and end port. So we need to +1 because we want to include we want to also scan that port. So at this we scan port 75 and the end port is 18. So we try to do for loop. So next we moving on to this. This is to create the socket. So just socket socket socket.ef and then socket.substring. Next, this to create socket. This is to set blocking. Is to false, so this means we set it to non-blocking. So dot set blocking false And we also need to set timeout, that is 5 seconds. So sock dot set timeout 5. Sock set timeout 5. And we need to store the sock connect extension server port in the result. So result sock connect extension server host server port. Result sock connect extension server host server port. Okay. And then we maybe can print the result so we can see what the result is. So it take a bit of time. So you can see this is for so the first port we start scan from port 75. So this port 75 11, the value 75, 76, 77, 78, wait, 79 and 80. So the 80 is 0. This means it is open. So I think that's for my part. Continue to 1000.
All right, next if we have if else. So first, if the result is equal to 0, we'll print server port open. But else, we print server port closed for this reason. So we put error no dot error code result. Next, we close the socket. We type sock.close. And lastly, we print port scanning completed in, and we show the current date and time with this. And that's all.
Okay, so for the next, I will explain about this to scan the remote scan remote host. So for the first one, we need to up the server. Python HTTP server py. Okay, so the server is up, and then the first one I will try to execute the example.com. So Python py. So the domain name is example.com. Then the start port is 75 and port is 80. So it takes some time to scan. So kita kena bersabar. Sekejap. Memang agak lama ya. Itu dia. Okay, so kita dapat dia akan scan lah. Okay, for next kita akan cuba buat to scan remote host 4888. So the port start port dia berapa? 50. 55. So same as the earlier one. So kita tunggu sekejap. Tunggu. Hai lamanya. Okay. Completed, okay. So the scan is completed.
So mission successful. So okay, I will pass to Irfan next. Thank you.
Now continue. For me, I will check for the server at my local host. So first, I will active the server using the simple HTTP server. Run the code. Okay, now we run the port scanner. So the port scanner, okay. At first, I not yet active the server. You can see here all the port from the 54320 to 54325 it close. So now I already open the port. I activate it. I run the code for port scanner. I run using my FQDN. The port from 54320 to 54325. So you can see here, my port which is from the sensible registry, which I open the server port for 54320 and I currently is running. So the port at 5430 using the port scanner, it will show open. So that's all.
So we'll be moving on to our mini project 11, which is TCP Chat Server and Client. So here I'm going
Zaman,
to explain.
flowchart first.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Go for it.
All right, I will show the flowchart. So we have two sides here. We have the server side and the client side. And when we start, and the input is this server host, server port, backlog. For client, the input is FQDN and server port. Next, input name. For the first process is we create socket, then bind the socket and listen, and accept client connection. And for the client side, we connect to the server, so it's related here. Next, if connected with the client true, we send name, and the client receive host name. Next, receive client name, and the client send name. And execute try clause if exception keyboard interrupt is true, then it will stop. And if it's not, if true, we receive message. So receive message from the client. So if message true, print message. Oops. Right. If message equals to by, if it's true, we print this and we close the socket and we throw the stop. And if it's false, input send message, then if send message equals to by, if it's true, we print this. If it's false, we send message to client. So here, where we start? Here, if we receive message, the send message is equals to by. If it's true, we print this. If it's false, we print this. If it's true, print this. If it's false, print this. Next, if send message equals to by is true, we print this and close the socket, and it'll stop. That's all for the flowchart.
Okay, for the TCP chat server, here is the code that we did, and I'm going to explain a bit about the code. So first, like as usual, we need to import the socket and sys sys to use the library of it, and then we need to use we need to assign the IP address to the server host, and then the port number to the server port. The backlog equal to 5 because we only need like 5 client that can connect to the server. And then here we print out the message. It says welcome to the TCP chat server, and then here we need to enter the name of the server, which we need to enter the name of the server which using the input command and store it inside the name. And then we need to use this serve sock equal to socket afinet socket sock stream. This is to create the socket inside the server side. And then this command serve sock dot set sock opt is for when when there is two of the IP address that is assigned to the server, and it will not receive error. It will just continue to run out the server. And then here is to bind the server with the server host and server port here, and then it will listen to the backlog, and it is waiting for the connection request from the client. Here please sock the address is for the client socket and address, and it is to for the server use this uh, code to accept the request from the client side, and it will not move to the next line when if the client side didn't send the request to join the server. And then here is to send the message, which is we need to pass the name of the server to the client to make it uh, appear as uh, for the client to know the server name. And then here it is to connect to the client address, which is the client address that is connected to the server. And then this line indicates that the server will receive the message, whatever message that has been sent from the client to the server, and then it is stored to the CNAME, and then it will decode the encoded message at the client side. Here it will print the name of the client side and says has joined the name has joined the chat room. That's all.
All right. Okay, so for the next line of code is to try. Okay, try while true. Okay, so this code is to get the from the client message from the client. So we use the clearsock dot receive 1024 dot decode, and we put in the variable msg, and after that if msg is this is for the to print the message, so we print cname, and we put the variable that we have created just now. Then if message by, so we will receive the client address, and we close the clearsock. After that, it will print connection close, and then this is the input that we create into a variable send msg, and if the send msg equals to by, so it will print by from the server, and clearsort.send. After that, we clearsort.send byte send send msg utf8, and then we close the clearsort. After that, then the connection will close, we will break. So, and then the clearsort will send all. So send all to the ni kita punya client. Lepas tu and then this is the accept keyboard interrupt. Then we close the serve sort. After that, we print to exit, ctrl control C to exit, and then we exit the sys.exit. So thank you. Next.
Okay, now continue for TCP chat point. So now, first. So at first we will import the socket. So after that, I using my server host, which is my laptop schedule, and the server port 54323. So after that, you can see here, which is it say here socket. This one, it actually one we using this command, it's create a new socket. So by creating this new socket, we can put it into a sock. So because even you enter this command, but it doesn't have anywhere to put it. So you can see here the special variable, there is no socket. So we need to put it inside something, which is I put it inside socket, and you can see it. The socket FINet, which is the what I address here. I put it as FINet, which is IPv4, and the socket type is the socket sort string. So going to the next line of command, which is we want to ask the client to put their name. So at first we welcome the client with command using command to put client. Yes, we welcome the TCP chat client. Next, we ask her or his name. So we can put it here, and we what, let's say I say Ali, right? We put Ali, and it will save it here as the name as Ali. So after that, this print we want because we cannot do, because we cannot connect to the TCP chat server, because I don't run the TCP chat server. I only explain the TCP chat client. So using this command, the sort.getPeer name, it will get the server name. So if we say the connect to, let's say my the server for mine is 196.128.168, something like that. We will ask we'll give the IPv4 of the server. So after that, it will we will enter the name here, the name as name sort receive here, which is put, but because I don't run it, so I will explain. By using this, we will receive the socket with the buffing 1024 into the S name. So the S name, we will decode it. So because we want to what we want to print it, so we cannot in the form of cipher text. We need to show it as the plain text, or so we need to decode the data from this, so that we can see the name of the name of the server. So after that, we can this command, the encode back the sort.send name dot encode this, because we want after this code, because we want to show the name. After that, it want to send back to the server, so it need to be encode back. Next will explained by Khairul.
So for the next part, it's more about logic for client. So this is why true. As long as it's true, it will after we already connected to the server, it will ask us to input what we want to send, message to send. So if message to send is by, then close connection. So of course, when we want to start, maybe we write hi, so it will not pass this first. So but if the message by, it will print by from client, and it will send the send message the by to the server, because we want to know we want uh to inform to the server that we want to close the connections. So after we send, we just close, and we connection is closed. So but if the input is not by, maybe first we put the input as hi, and we will send the message. We need to encode in UTF-8, and we will send the message to the server. And that's if we want to send message. But after that, at this part, we want to receive message from server and print. So we receive message from server, and we will sock.receive 1024. This is the size 1024 byte, and we need to decode it so we can get it in plain text, so we can read it, and we store it in message. And if we get message, we just print as name is the server name and the message that server has sent to us, sent to client. And uh, if client receive by from the server, we will close the connection. So if the message that received, we already received, we decode. And if the message is by, we will print receive by from server, sock get peer name. This is the IP for the peer. So this is the IP for our server, and we will close our socket. And then we will break. It means we will break from this loop, this while loop. So maybe we need to try in terminal. So okay, so this is TCP Chat Server. Maybe I enter my name, and this will be run as a client. So your name may be Irfan. So Irfan will start the chat. Hi. So I will receive the chat from Irfan, and I will say, hi bro. So maybe if I want to say something, what you do? So we'll get what you do, and maybe mini project. And maybe if I want to close the connection, he can just type by, and we say by from client, connection close, and I will also receive by from client. This is 192.168.160.140. This is from client IP, and the connection is closed. So this is when buy from client. So we want to try buy from the server. So maybe guy, this one I want to chat with Zamel. So Zamel hi with me, and I hi back. Okay, and then maybe I want to buy, I just click buy, and it is buy from server, connection closed. And Zamel, that is TCP chat client, it will receive buy from the server. This is the server IP, and the connection is closed. And I think that's all for mini project 11, and that's all for our presentation for mini project 10. 10 and 11. So with that, thank you.